G'day guys, I'm Jake Matthews, Australian UFC fighter. As an elite level athlete, my body's constantly being put under stress from the high demands of training that the sport requires. Training 4 to 5 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, your body can accumulate injuries which can impact your ability to train. In the last 5 years, there's been a significant increase in the way that combat athletes view recovery, and especially for myself, competing against other high level athletes, it's become a massive part of my training schedule. Now I'm going to show you some of Victory Recovery Systems products and how I use them in my own training. The foam roller from Victory is a massive game changer in my training. Throughout my time in the sport, I've suffered a lot from hip injuries and fatigue, so this is definitely something I use every day in my training. And the good thing about it is it also has a vibrating function, which helps you get even deeper into the muscles. So again, my main use for the foam roller is in my hip flexors. I always suffer a lot of fatigue, so the work that I do before and after almost every session is just get the hip flexors in, rolling up and down. And when I find a nice sweet spot that really hurts, I'll just sit in and hold it there. And then I'll also turn on the vibrating function, and that'll just help loosen up the muscle even there. Another great use of the foam roller is especially after heavy grappling sessions. For the guys that wrestle, they'll know lats, shoulders can get very tight. So something I do is I lay down, place it on my lat, and I just work up the whole lat all the way to underneath the shoulder. When you find a sweet spot or a knot, just sit there. You can also turn the vibrating function, and you can just let that knot work itself out. So the hamstrings can get very tight in combat sports, a high volume of kicking. So a good exercise for this, place the hamstring, working up that whole chain. And if you want to make it even harder again, bear all your weight on the foam roller to really get into that muscle. And as always, chuck on the vibrating function, and that'll just help work out any stiffness even better. Another great product from Victory is the strength bands. This is something that I probably use more than any other product, and I use it mainly with my stretching. If you're anything like me and you have zero flexibility, then these are a great aid to help with your stretching. Okay, so like I said, I have pretty bad flexibility, so something like a simple hamstring stretch, you can see I can't get too deep, so the bands will help me get a really nice stretch, so I can get in deeper into that stretch. And this is something I'll do after every training session. If I don't stretch after a training session, then I'm pretty sore for the rest of the day. So this is one of the main sort of exercises that I'll be doing. Shoulder injuries, very common in combat sports. My shoulders are always sore. So again, with the bands, I'm always doing my stretches, especially after a shoulder injury. You want to try and keep that shoulder as mobile as possible to stop it from stiffening up and getting worse. So the main stretch I'll be doing with these, I'll be trying to stretch out that pec, especially when we're heavy with boxing, striking, everything's always in front of the body, so the pecs can get very tight. So this stretch is really good to loosen that front area up. And again, with the heavy wrestling sessions, can get very tight underneath the shoulders and the back of the shoulders, so a great stretch for this. So we're grabbing the band, okay, bringing our torso down, just trying to get as good a stretch as we can underneath that armpit there. If you want to throw in some mobility too, what we're going to do is just focus on moving the shoulder, just retract, and let it go back out. Now we have the massage balls from Victory. These are great little tools because you can take them anywhere with you all day long, and you can use them for almost any kind of application. As a lot of fighters will know, our arms can get very fatigued, especially the elbow area. So all I have to do, and I can do this while I'm just sitting in the car, driving to training, sitting at home watching TV. I'll just take the ball, I'll just chuck it down in the elbow area wherever it's tight, and we're just putting pressure, finding the sweet spot. Okay, you can hold it on the area, or you can keep moving it around until you work that knot out. Being a combat athlete, we're on our feet all day long, and that's just with training, not to mention everything else that we have to do in life as well. So what these are also very good for is getting underneath the feet, giving the arch of the foot a nice massage. Okay, last but not least, we have the Victory Recovery Systems massage gun. my favourite product of all. It's great for all applications, just from general muscle soreness all the way down to working on injuries. We have the massage gun itself, 4 different attachments for all different types of applications, and you also have the instruction book on how to use the gun as well. To operate the massage gun, you switch it on the top here we have the button. There's a bunch of different settings, so you can go from moderate to a vigorous massage. Also, attachments are very easy to put in. Push it in and you're good to go. Now, this is something that I just sit in front of the TV on the couch, I put it in my gym bag, take it to training. Whether I'm sore or not, I use this gun for just general muscle soreness. Like I said, even if I'm not sore, I'll just sit there after training session, 2 to 5 minutes on each body part, and I'll just give it a quick run over that body part, and just to loosen all the muscles up and to avoid getting any stiffness or DOMs after training. And I'm just working over the general area that's sore. Very easy to use. The gun pretty much does all the work for you. You don't have to put any pressure. You can always go harder if you want to. And once you find a nice spot, you can sit there, hold it, let the knot work itself out, or just work the entire limb just to keep all the muscles and that limb working. Once you're done, simply turn it off, pull out the attachment, pack it away in your kit, and you're good to go. Training with high-level combat athletes, the body can get pretty beaten up, especially the legs. So if you've sparred, copped a few leg kicks, grab the massage gun, pick your setting, and work the area that's sore. What we're trying to do here is keep the muscles moving, keep the blood flowing, trying to avoid any major bruising. And if you do this, you should be good to go the next day for training, as opposed to sitting on the couch for a couple of days with a sore leg. Train smart and become unstoppable with these recovery products. If you like what you saw in these videos, visit victoryrecovery.com.au. There's plenty more content on there. Also, for additional content, check out the YouTube channel. And if you want 15% off store-wide, chuck in my code, Jake15, when you check out.